Hey kids, it's time for an extra spooky episode of KW Judas.
Thank you very much. They like me.
They really like you. Oh my God, it's Reaper the Storyteller.
It is I again.
Back in action, folks. I think that you probably are the most reoccurring character on KW Judas.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel the love. I feel all the love.
This would be, what, your fourth time here?
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Fourth, possibly even fifth. There might even be a lost episode of yours.
Oh, there
I
might be.
still don't have up. In fact, I think that has already happened once. And I was like,
really?
Oh, shit, this wasn't the second time we had him. This is the third time. When I was going through and archiving all our shows, man, it was such a pain in the cunt.
I believe it. Well, you do a lot of shows.
And I've done a lot of shows.
Yes.
And I was organizing 5 years worth of stuff.
Wow.
And I know that yours, there was one that I was just like, oh, fuck, this isn't. It was either, I thought it was the third or I thought it was the second.
Oh.
One of the two. And I had to go back and fix everything. And the problem with doing that is when you're trying to do it in chronological order, don't put numbers on your back screens.
Oh.
Because you're making a new back screen for every episode. Mm-hmm. And when you're numbering them on the actual image, you fuck one up and everyone after it's fucked up too.
Ah, that makes sense. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I try to stay on top of, like, organizing as much as possible because you
run into those sort of problems 5 years down the road if you don't.
In 5 years. That's a lot of episodes.
Yeah.
I probably would have gave up.
I did, actually. And then one day I said, I should archive these. I had given up long before I archived, and then I was like, fuck giving up.
I'm not a quitter.
I'm going to do another
I will keep
season.
this going.
But if I'm going to do another season, I got to get everything up to date.
Yes. Well, now it makes it much easier now. Now you could just do it as you do it, and it's fine.
And I've got like a reference point. Be like, here's where all the episodes are. I have been doing this for 7 years. I'm not just making shit up. And
there's proof.
All those recordings didn't go to waste, because that would have been like 3 times you came down here and wasted your time with me and Wizard for a recording that never saw the light of day.
Now that would be a shame.
3 recordings, possibly even 4.
That would be a shame.
Still hasn't seen the light of day. This one, however, as long as I remember to save the project when we are done recording,
yes,
will see the light of day, hopefully. If not, well, then nobody is hearing this conversation right now.
And that is a loss for them, really, if we're really going to be honest.
Right.
That is a loss for them.
If that's what happened, folks, we're really sorry that you're not listening to this episode right now.
Our future apologies.
I don't know if that makes sense. I don't think it has to.
If the tree falls in a forest, did somebody cut it? Who knows?
If a bear shits in the woods, does anyone hear it?
Or step in it? Wait. Yeah.
I think.
See, I blew your mind with all of that.
I think it's time for another song already. All we did was sat and talked about the fact that you've been on this show, the fact that it took forever to get to this point, and now my fucking mind farted.
I told you, my great philosophy of bears and woods.
I got to admit, dude, I haven't seen you like in person for a couple years now.
I know, it's been forever, because usually I'm coming out with something or doing something,
or we're actually playing shows together, or whatever, And I mean, this is gonna sound terrible, but you post a lot of stuff on Facebook, and you've always got that cartoon character of yourself, and I'm getting to the point where I recognize him more than you. And so when you walked in the door, I was like, oh, it's really him. It's the real guy.
See, because there's Reaper, and then there's the other guy.
I think your cartoon character is even wearing the same color as shirt. So I was like, wow, it's like the real version of the cartoon.
See, this is just my split personalities.
That's how long it's been since I've seen you, is I recognize the cartoon character version of you more than the actual you. I think we need to hang out more, man.
Yeah. It's been way too long.
I always use fishing as my pass to hang out with people, but you don't
that
want to
wouldn't
go
work
out and kill
with
things
me.
with me.
Yeah, it wouldn't work.
You like nature too much. You
whole
love
vegan
love living
thing.
stuff.
Yeah, that's not gonna work out. But I do like living stuff. But I am Reaper the Storyteller, so there's kind of a middle ground there.
So when I kill a fish, you'll be there to escort it to the underworld.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. We need to hang out more. Because I kill lots of fish, and God knows where their spirits are going. Without you there to guide them.
I mean, I just take them. Souls. I just take them out. They go on their own journey. I can't follow them.
Right. You just say, "Here's the waiting lobby. Bye."
Yep, exactly. It's right over there. Turn
where
left.
do I go from here? Not my job. I
do not get paid for that.
Fish.
I am not getting paid for any of that. So no, I don't know what you're gonna do. That's your business.
So then what do you get paid to do? You're doing all these charities.
Yes.
You're bringing fish to the afterworld.
Yes.
And not getting a damn dime out of it.
Well, I have a day job.
Oh. Well, that's loserly.
And I have a day job, I have a side job, and I have an online store. Yes.
And the online store pays?
Yes.
Okay. Where do we find your online store?
It's SoupBowlNetworkLLC.com.
Word. We're going to get into another song, and you can tell us a little bit more about this whole Soup Bowl thing.
Yes.
Because you've been talking about it a bunch since we've been hanging out, and I'm still not even sure what it is. So what's the name of this next song we got?
The next song is called Karma 2.
Karma 2. Is that a sequel to a previous song?
Well, it's a remake of a song I did before, and since I had both videos out when I first brought it out, that I didn't want people to get confused and know that it's a different song. The hook is different, the music's different, the lyrics, the verses are the same.
So it is a different song, or it isn't?
It's a refurbished song.
Okay, we'll take it. Karma 2 by Reaper The Storyteller on KW.
I work hard, over 40 hours a week, working with concrete, rain, snow, with heat. So when it's time to eat, only home-cooked meals. Cause I'm the man of the house and I pay them bills. She can chill after she serves up my meal. Runs me a bath, the dishes after that. It's not a lot to ask for. Clean work clothes for the next day, folded the right way. And hey, she knows her man got needs, but she's a good wife, does anything to please. So when it's time to sleep, after the good nights, I tell her to thank God he put me in her life. Twisted, cause you can't make me stay. Don't get it twisted, cause I refuse to be treated this way. Walk away. You won't walk away. You won't walk away. You won't. She complained when I caught her beer in the game with a few friends at the bar again, asking where I've been, like she don't know if I can trust you with friends. I'll let you go out, so shut up and fix me something. She said it's late and she ain't fixing me nothing. Pulled her out of the bed, pushed her into the kitchen. She screams, that's it, I'm packing up and leaving. Then smack, look what you made me do. You leave, you have nothing, and who could love you? So I'll help you up to fix me some food, and I'll get you ice if you change that attitude. Don't get it twisted, cause you can't make me stay. Don't get it twisted, cause I refuse to be treated this way. Walk away. You won't walk away. You won't walk away. You won't. She can't leave town, so everything seemed to calm down. She crossed state lines, found her every time, trying to go back to her family and friends. I told her if she don't come back, the lies would end, or smack, whatever worked better. Now she's in the kitchen, fixing me some dinner. Served me with a smile, said she wasn't hungry. Then I had to ask why the food tastes funny. She says, oh, I use a new season, must be the reason. So just keep eating, gave me more food, ran me a bath. I know she'll never leave, I took care of that. Don't get it twisted, cause you can't make me stay. Don't get it twisted, cause I refuse to be treated this way. Walk away. You won't walk away. You won't walk away. You won't walk away.
Thank you. I feel pretty. I feel very pretty.
You is pretty. You should feel as such.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
So, like we were saying.
Yes, sir.
Something about a fruit bowl of a sort.
Soup bowl.
Soup bowl.
I mean,
this is not football related?
No, not at all. No.
What is the soup bowl?
I don't do the footballing anymore.
You used to play?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
like
yeah.
High school, college?
High school. I was supposed to keep going, but I like doing flips, so I joined gymnastics, which...
Oh, you mean real flips?
Oh, yeah.
You went from football to gymnastics.
Yes.
I guess.
Made the team and everything.
So which would you say requires more physical training?
Football at the time.
Yeah.
Because our gymnastics team got canceled.
Well, fuck.
So then I had to do cheerleading to do my flips. I'm a weird person. I do all the stuff.
I don't know if I believe you or not, but I think I believe you.
People always get to that point. They're like, is he being honest with me right now?
I'm just going to take it. I like the idea of, well, now I'm thinking about it too much. I have a very, very visual imagination, you know?
Yes, yes.
And I'm sure that you probably didn't look exactly the way you do now.
No.
But that's what I'm imagining.
Yes. I actually had hair.
Now that just ruins it. I like the present version of you dressed in a cheerleader's outfit with the pom-poms. That's what I'm getting right now. And I guess with hair now I can see pigtails and shit. So yeah,
wasn't that long. Maybe a slight mini afro-ish
you got blonde pigtails.
Maybe clips.
Still got like gray in your beard. Ah, Jesus Christ. So that's what the fruit bowl is you dressed up like a cheerleader. All right.
Well, that makes that a whole different thing. So, Soup Bowl.
The Soup Bowl.
Yes. Soup Bowl Network LLC.com.
Right.
And that is the online store, and we give 30% of all sales to charities. So,
what do you sell?
Right now, I sell music, I sell stickers, I sell poetry. I'm about to bring out the shirts, postcards, all that kind of stuff.
So I guess I'm kind of having a hard time getting this. Whose organization is this?
This is mine. This is an actual LLC.
All right.
Yeah, this is a...
So you're not working for somebody else.
Oh, no.
So at least you're the boss, and it's your cause. So this is even more like KW Judas than I thought.
Hey, see?
Well, we were talking about this before the show, and I'm like, when you say you're working for a charity, I thought that, this was like another organization that, I don't know, somebody just asked for you to be a part of, and you're like, okay, yeah, I guess I got a little extra time or whatever.
Yeah, see,
but
this is all me.
Your thing.
This is all me, yeah. And the thing about it is, too, the website, just because of how I am, the website is made, it has Utah programs and services of organizations that do charity work also, or that help people. I also have a list of crisis organizations, too, on there.
So those are other independent people, or are those like
this is
just run?
Yeah, it's state run. Some of them are just nonprofits that help people. People like YWCA or Best Friends of Utah that help rescue animals, things like that. It's just a list, because the way this even happened is because I was in Florida.
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
Supposed to be working on my new album, THC, that I'm still working on, and ran into the problem. I didn't have space to even record. I couldn't record.
Right.
And I couldn't really work. I was working at a school too, and that's what I've always done, is work in like more helping people type positions. Right. Couldn't do that either because those were shut down. Had nothing to do. So
this is 2020.
Oh yeah. So I start coming up with ways to help people because that's just in my blood. I have to do it.
Right.
And so this is where it came from. Is I was like, well, what do I do? Well, I can sell stuff and I can give a percentage to charity. That's one thing. But I want to do something else too. And I said, okay, well, maybe I'll just put information on here. So if people have issues or need to get a hold of different organizations, then it'll just be right there too. It'll all be in one-stop shop.
Right.
And looking for it was the problem.
Looking for the information?
Yes. A lot of we have like 411 that gives a lot of information of these organizations too. Horrible things they got going on there. A lot of websites that don't go anywhere. A lot of shady kind of websites. So I just got it, organized it like I would look at it, made it very, very simple to see what it is. You know exactly what it is. You know the links to get to it. And I vetted all of them. So I've read through everything, even testimonials, watched all the videos that they have, anything on their website. I went through the whole thing. And then I said, okay, what?
Tedious.
Oh, it took months.
Goddamn.
Months to do it. Months to get the correct answers, the correct things. And I'm still adding to it all the time.
I bet.
Because I thought it would be easy just to find, I have a problem with this. I look it up. It is not easy. It's not easy at all.
Really?
So I separated the crisis. So there's a whole crisis level if you need help immediately, or if you just need services, other kind of services, programs. I try to cover everything from people to animals.
You ever heard of Reptile Rescue?
No.
I don't know
But
if
send
they're
me
still
the
around.
info.
If you're about like animal stuff.
I'm about all of the stuff.
Okay. I only bring this up because it's like the only animal service I've ever really had to use, and it is a very useful service that Salt Lake has to people who are into reptiles and might get in a little bit above their head. It's actually a common thing, especially nowadays with the internet. You can order whatever the fuck you want, and people will find these websites where it's like, oh my god, I could own a crocodile or an alligator or a very large exotic snake. And then they get one. And I mean, this has been a problem since as long as motherfuckers have been trying to own exotic reptile pets. They get it. They think it's cool for a while, and they keep growing and keep growing and keep growing. And you don't know what to do with them after a little while. Unless you really know what you're doing and you were prepared for what's about to happen here, those animals get very difficult to take care of. And, where do you put a full-grown alligator or crocodile besides your bathtub?
Exactly.
Most people don't really have a place, by the time it gets to be even half grown. And so what Reptile Rescue does is they will take those animals off your hands. Anything from, oh shit, I got a poisonous snake in my kitchen and I don't know how it got here.
Wow.
To, oh shit, I have an alligator that I don't know how it got this big.
Yeah, people have this idea in their head that it's going to work out a different way.
Some animals actually grow to fit their tank, and they it sort of stunts their growth, which isn't very nice. But you can do that with certain species. If that's what you think will happen, research that species first.
See, and that's the problem. People don't want to do the actual work. It's like my sister got a turtle.
They just see,
one time.
I want it, and they get it.
Yeah. And she thought, oh, you just, you get the turtle. It's pretty simple. No.
Turtles are a pain in the ass.
They are a pain.
Very high maintenance.
So much you got to do. But you don't think about that. You just think of it's a cute animal or it's a crazy dangerous one, and I can take pictures and put it on my Instagram. This is gonna be awesome. Cool. And there's way more than that going on.
A turtle is they stink. They get stinky real quick.
Yes,
you got to change their water out constantly,
and
they're mean.
And I totally changed my idea of how turtles are after she got one. I was like, this is not cute.
They're not.
There's nothing cute.
I swear.
I could look at them from a distance now. And
turtles
just
are
be like, okay.
One of the most anal motherfuckers on the planet. I mean, they were built the way that they are for a reason. because you can't put anything in front of their face without them snapping at it.
Oh, and they will definitely snap.
It doesn't matter if it's food, if it's a threat, if it's bigger than it, if it's metal, if it, they don't care. They'll still, and they'll still usually take a dent out of it.
Oh, yeah.
I had a turtle that the wizard actually caught out of one of the local ponds here, which we're not supposed to have turtles here in Utah.
I was going to say that.
Yeah, they're not indigenous.
Okay.
But there are places that they can survive, and people are dumbasses. And when they don't know what to do with their pet when it's time to get rid of it, whether it's gotten too big to take care of or, I don't know, you're moving to a place where you can't bring this animal.
Yes.
So when it's something small like a turtle or like it's your kid's turtle and they don't take care of it anymore and you live next to a lake or a pond, you just throw it in the fucking pond and just say, there it goes. You don't think about the fact that, well, more than likely an animal like that's not going to survive the winter in Utah.
Yeah.
And if it does, it's not supposed to.
Yes.
Nothing in this whole state, there is not a single predator that eats an animal like that. And so it's already at the top of the food chain. And so you introduce that into an ecosystem that it doesn't really fit in, and it immediately takes over. And it starts damaging the plant and animal life around it. And then it starts to reproduce if it's able to survive the winters, and then more and more of them come out and just start taking over more, and there's no other animals to regulate their population because nothing eats them. And that's the big problem with letting goldfish go in the wild. Way too many people think it's harmless to just throw a goldfish into the fucking pond in the backyard. You don't realize how bad that can get really quick. Goldfish, they will just take over.
And they
I've
mess
seen
up
it
your
happen.
whole ecosystem.
Yeah,
they mess
and
up the
nothing else
balance of
lives.
everything.
Yeah, there's no more fish in that pond. Once goldfish take over, it's done.
Yeah, you were telling me about another fish that did that, that they were having problems
Carp.
with. Yes.
Carp and goldfish are actually related.
Really?
And that's what they do, is they populate real quick.
Okay.
But when carp are just reproducing at the rate that they do, a lot of them still get big. And I don't know if you've seen how big carp get.
Yes.
But they get to a size that nothing out there is eating them. And
they
have
are not
no
that hungry.
predators. And even humans don't want to eat carp. Like, not all humans, but like people around here generally don't like them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm told almost everywhere else besides the U.S., carp is like a delicacy. It is a
Really?
sought-after fish.
Carp?
Yeah, and we just take them for granted.
What?
Yeah. I mean, they were originally introduced here as a food source, but for some reason, people were just like, I don't like this shit. And if you've ever tried to eat a carp, I figured out why. It's not because they don't taste good. It's not because they're too bony. There's much bonier fish out there. It's because of the texture.
Yeah.
It actually has this really kind of chewy, rubbery.
Yeah.
Not even rubber, like paper.
That's why when I was eating meat, that's why I didn't eat carp. It is because of the texture.
Did you try it?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
I used to eat carp.
Where?
Oh, yeah. I ate it. I had some friends that used to fish things like that.
So they knew how to prepare it?
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't. There are ways to do it.
I'm assuming they did because I ate it.
There's ways to do it so it's not as bad. Like the texture, it takes care of that problem. I need to meet somebody who knows how to prepare them. I've told you can smoke it. I've been told that there's ways like the Asians will do it where they'll even bury it and let it decay for a little bit.
Oh, yeah, I have heard of
the
that.
Meat.
I haven't had it that way.
And that sounds a little questionable, but I'm told they do that with lots of other types of meat, too.
Oh, yeah.
With pork
like
and
pig,
stuff.
for example.
Right.
I've definitely had it in it. Oh, yeah, and it definitely is. Definitely is.
If it's safe, I trust it. But putting a fish in the ground, under the dirt, for a little while, that's already queasty, to let it decay, to me, just seems more queasty.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd eat it that way.
Well, especially
I don't
when
know.
You could just go out and catch a fucking trout.
Yeah.
Just saying, those things are everywhere too, and you don't have to put them under the fucking ground for a couple days to eat one.
Yeah, that's a little fast food right there.
Comparatively, I guess, yeah. So,
See, I would just say pick up a vegetable.
Well, that's because you're a fucking vegetarian.
I'm vegan.
Vegan.
Yes.
Even worse.
That's even better.
So you wouldn't eat out of the turtle shell of the turtle I just ate.
No, I would not. No.
What if you really needed a bowl?
I'd use my hands.
Really? Like, we're on a desert island, and I'm like, man, I got some milk,
Well,
and
see,
I got
you
some
didn't
Fruit
add the
Loops,
desert island.
and I got this turtle shell that you can eat Fruit Loops out of.
And I would just get
just pour the milk and the cereal in one hand and eat with a spoon out of the other. You only get
No,
like 5
I would
fucking
actually-
Fruit Loops in there.
No, I'd just make a bowl out of a coconut.
What if there's no coconuts?
Then I would use my hands or leaves. Or make a bowl out of leaves and twigs.
I want to see you do this.
I will do this. I will accept that
All right,
challenge.
next summer we're gonna have a survival show. You versus me on a desert island, motherfucker. We'll see how long the vegan lasts, making his bowls out of fucking twigs and leaves and shit.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be
You're not
great.
gonna get any of the cereal in your mouth. Can vegans even eat cereal? You don't have milk. Well, what are you gonna use for milk?
Well,
Coconut milk?
Well, where would you
Assuming
get
there's
the
coconuts?
milk? Where would you get the milk and
Okay,
cereal?
part of the stipulation is there's already milk and cereal. That's part of the desert island. It was already fucking there.
Oh, okay.
The turtle shell,
Then there'd be
the
almond milk.
and the cereal.
Then there would be
there.
almond milk then.
Okay, so we're saying even if it's almond milk, there we go. So it's something that we can both drink,
Yeah.
but you still have to drink it out of an animal product.
No.
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 not
That
at all.
would be the end of the show. I'd be like, okay, thank you for having me. This has been great. Not really, but I'll talk to you later.
You don't even have to eat it.
It's still an animal byproduct. Now, see, if I was vegetarian, I might feel a different way. But vegans, no, we cut out all that.
Yeah, when you're not on a desert island.
Well, why would I be on a desert island?
Because that's the show.
Oh. Well, then I'd have milk and cereal already ready for me.
Yeah, but you can't just live on milk and cereal.
That you said that's what's there.
And
We have
a
other
turtle
choices.
shell.
No. I would just cut open the top of the milk and just throw the cereal in there.
I see that. But then you got to do it all at once, man. I think that would kind of almost be a waste of milk and cereal because you're not gonna like.
I'll
eat
drink
all
some of the
that
milk down.
Yeah, but don't you want to save some for later?
I
See,
didn't-
you're gonna be
well,
like,
I
tomorrow,
thought we had a
man,
bunch of-
all my milk and cereal is gone because I had
See,
to pour it all into one.
now
container.
I gotta figure out what the supplies, are looking like.
It's
Because
not
I
we
thought
just
you
have
had.
this infinite amount. And
I
like,
thought
got
you
one
did.
jug of milk.
Oh,
And we got one thing of Fruit Loops. It's Fruit Loops too.
Oh, I didn't know. See, I thought it was I just get cereal and milk every day, all the time. Like it's just an island of cereal and milk.
Well, we're gonna have to talk to the about that. The producers of the show. In fact, we're probably gonna have to run this whole idea by Derp and Schlee.
I think it'll work,
They're the ones that sponsor everything we do.
and I think it'll work. Yeah, they'll love it.
Word. Well, let's get to another song, shall we?
Yes, that's a good idea.
Reaper the Storyteller here on KW Judas Free Radio Provo. Thank you all for being with us tonight.
People tell me to be strong, but it wasn't their cousin. People pretending to be a best friend, and I knew that they wasn't. I was there from the beginning to the end. Saw her hide the pain from her family and friends. Is it a sin to kinda want you to die so God could take the tears out of your beautiful eyes? You want me to rise, but the future gets blurred by my cries. Not even death can break the bond that a family ties. Could you survive if lupus wasn't in your life? Try to wipe that thought right out of my mind, cause it was just your time. In peace I'll find if I could leave the bad memories behind. And every day that I live on this earth, I know I'm closer to you, cause death is gonna call me too. Love will find a way for you to live in my heart. doesn't make you a dad. My grandpa was the father that I never had. It makes me happy just to know that he would be glad that I'm respected by my kids as a man and a dad. But I have to admit that sometimes I get mad when I think about how diabetes took his legs. Even the hospital bed couldn't drop his head. Death with no fear, that was a real brave man. And I know he was there to take my cousin's hand and show her to a new home in a beautiful land. He even taught me how not to be afraid of life, 'cause even I have to take that flight. And every day that I live on this earth, I know I'm closer to you, 'cause death is gonna call me too. Love will find a way for you to live in my heart always. Love will find a way for you to live in my heart always. Love will find a way. My grandma will always be mama to me, as close as the son and the mother could be. Whether it be wise words or a place to stay, she would always go out of her way. So every day I made it a point to connect with you. Rub your feet, do your hair, or a call or two. And I know getting blood was really hard on you, but it's better than the falls, keeping you black and blue. Through it all, you taught me to believe in me. With the bad comes the good. Look around and you'll see, and it's true. 'Cause even though the cancer got worse, I'll be the one that you call first. And every day that I live on this earth, I know I'm closer to you, 'cause death is gonna call me too. Love will find a
Yes, thank you. I wrote it myself. I did. Check my papers.
Oh, man. It just isn't the same without a studio audience. Me just sitting here clapping and fapping. And
I like it.
you like
I'm
it a
an
little too
artist.
fucking much.
Yes, I'm an artist. I like to give it to me more.
All artists should appreciate it, and most of the people that come here are like, what the fuck are you doing? You want us to cheer for ourselves?
They're not true artists.
Right, yeah. How do you guys like that? Not true artists?
Yes, you have to be a little vain, or why would you get on stage and have people come pay to see you?
Well, maybe nobody pays to go see these guys.
Exactly.
So, this is the Halloween series, as we all know. And that's why anybody's listening right now, because they're all waiting for the Halloween shit.
Ooh, the spooky spook.
And he is both the Reaper and the Storyteller. So
Yes.
who better to kick off our Halloween series? We're getting started maybe a week or two preemptively because, well, I don't know if you noticed, but that's kind of how Halloween goes. The second it starts getting cold, everyone's like, fucking Halloween!
Yes!
It's like halfway through September. Who gives a shit?
Yes!
It's fucking Halloween!
You can start dressing up as anything you want. Yes, immediately. Do
All
it
right.
now.
So, anybody who is listening right now wearing a spooky, scary costume, you get in for free.
Yes, all
to
the
this
time.
show
Yes.
tonight. The show we're listening to is free for you.
I like free.
And yeah. So we have asked the Reaper, the Storyteller, to tell us some Reaper stories.
Yes. Matter of fact, my very first song very first song I've done, Home. It was about a kid that was going through some abusive things, whatever. And
this is based on a true story?
Oh, yes. All my stories are based on true stories.
Yeah, you've told me that.
Yes. The only thing I do is...
What kind of storyteller would you be?
Well, yeah. Well, a fake one, I guess. A storyteller of children's stories.
Fiction storyteller. Obviously fiction. Anyways.
Yeah, so what I do with the stories is I don't want to get sued. And some of these are people I know, so I will change the character to another real character, but that's not part of the story. So you don't know who I'm talking about. I like to mix it up. Situation. Oh yeah, because I talk about some pretty heavy situations. So I had this one song, and the kid in the song, for some reason, I kept seeing this kid, and he would always be in the living room, just dancing around, just kind of skipping around the couch, and then he disappears. Same outfit, same everything. See him all the time. So one time, I think I was practicing the song in the kitchen, just kind of going over it, and I always catch him at the corner of my eye. I never can see him. It's just kind of in my peripherals. Huh. And this time I didn't see him, and I don't see him all the time. It's just weird times I'd be editing or something, and I'd see him, and he'd just skip around once, and then he's gone. And then one time, I think I was practicing. I think that's what I was doing in the kitchen, and just going about my business, doing my thing. Had my hand on the counter, and a hand somebody grabbed my hand, like a little kid grabbed my hand. I turn around, nobody's there.
Oh shit.
Freaked me all the way out. I proceeded to leave the house.
Wow, dude, that's
it was scary as hell.
How long ago was this?
That was years ago. But when I first started doing the Reaper stuff and all that, even before that, I've always had a weird connection with death, and the way I looked at death. It's always been weird. I even got into trying to stop my heart to see if that would work, and I did that once.
How do you mean?
So one time,
just seeing how long you can hold your breath? Or?
No, just because I heard you could stop your heart, and when you do, you can kind of enter another plane, almost.
Yeah, but how do you do that?
So what I did was I went in the bathtub, and I laid really still. I put the water above my ears, so my water's, my face is out. I still breathe, but I can't really hear.
Right.
And I would just lay there, and one time I laid there and I was able to slow my heart. I could feel it slowing, and all of a sudden the room starts going black. Very, very strange. Even though my eyes are closed, and but the lights were on and stuff, so I could still, when your eyes are closed and the lights are on, the lights are on.
Yeah,
but everything,
you can tell the difference when the lights turn on.
Exactly. Everything just start getting black.
Right.
And then all of a sudden I can see, and I'm on water. I'm in a boat, and the water is black. The surrounding is black, and I realized that's the river Styx, I guess you can say, the one where the Reaper will take you.
Right.
Yeah, and I was there in the boat. And this is before I was named Reaper and all that stuff. It was before that.
Like, how old would you say you were?
I was out of high school, so I was probably in my early 20s.
This is about the same time that you were seeing those apparitions?
Yes. Well, I've always seen people.
But the kid.
Yeah, the kid.
How long had you been seeing this particular
Well, the kid was even actually no, that was in my late teens, because I was right out of high school when I start doing that. But I start learning more. Let me back up. So my grandpa, which was like my dad, like I followed him everywhere. That was just the man.
Right.
He was a preacher,
Okay.
And they would always talk about preaching and all that. And I was like, I don't know if I really believe all this. I want to check out some other religions.
Right.
But my take on it is the way you die is the way you live. So if you're a Christian, for example, and you believe that you have to do certain things right in order to live or survive the afterlife,
Right.
then you would shape your whole life around it.
Yeah.
So that was my idea. So I was like, okay, I'm going to check out the way people die. And that's then went into a whole thing for years of how people die.
To me, that is what religion is based around. When it really comes down to, that's one of the biggest things that kind of, I think, divides religions amongst each other.
Yes.
Besides just, we think that this scripture should be interpreted this way, and we think that this scripture should be interpreted this way. But, outside of just Christianity, all religions, your version of what happens to you when you die, I think, is like the core, like the foundation of your religion. And in a way, that's like your biggest selling point, you know, is motherfuckers being like, okay, what religion do I like your ending the best?
Yeah, some people do definitely pick it that way.
I don't like the idea of coming back as a fucking cat, but I do like the idea of, I don't know, going to Kolob and being able to make my own planet.
Or having multiple wives.
I get 27 virgins.
Yes.
Yeah, I could deal with that.
Yes, for sure.
Just the idea of hell. No. I don't want anything where I might go to hell.
So you would do anything not to go to hell.
And there's plenty of other religions where going to hell is not in the picture.
Yep.
They don't use hell to hang over your head as an incentive to do good.
Yes. And if you really think about it, if hell is what makes you good, you're probably not a good person. That should not make you a bad. You shouldn't want to be good just so you don't go to hell.
Right.
It shouldn't be that
your
way.
Only incentive.
Exactly.
Is to just avoid punishment.
That would be pretty bad. Because, religion, you can use that as a tool to kind of better your life, or kind of a way to look at life as something bigger than yourself and, things like that. But if your only reason is following this religion so you don't have to pay for it in the end and you don't have to go to hell, I think that's a wrong way to use the religion.
Right, it is a misuse of the religion. It kind of proves or shows that you missed the point.
Yes.
And it also kind of goes to show that you kind of conduct yourself with the ethic that it's only wrong if you get caught.
Exactly.
Or if it's only wrong if you are served punishment.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I guess having this overseer, this God that's always watching you and holding you accountable, would be the thing that might catch you.
Exactly.
And hold you accountable and punish you, and that being the only thing that keeps you from doing things that you probably shouldn't be doing anyway.
Yep.
It does kind of show that, you probably would be a little bit of a bigger piece of shit if it wasn't for your religion, and that's why a lot of my friends will say, some people do need religion and everything in their lives. And I'm just kind of like, I see that to an extent.
Yeah.
But, there's most people, I feel, if religion had never been around, would still be good people without it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there's plenty
I
of
think
people.
Most people, if they had never even had it in their life, would still not commit most sins or crimes anyway. Because, just what goes around comes around. No matter what you believe, if you believe in karma or anything like that, hey, if you've been fucked over, you know how it feels, and so maybe don't do it to other fucking people. Exactly.
And plus, I think it's like a lot of things. It should add to your life. It should, you should use it to uplift your life, not replace being a good person. You should just I think most people want to be good people. They strive to be good people and be better at whatever they do. But if you want to hurt people, if you want to make chaos everywhere you go, you have other issues going on that you need to work on. And
Right.
if you're using something to say, well, they said I shouldn't do it, so I'm not going to do it, that's still not you saying, oh, you know what? I really need to change my ways. I need to change some things in my life because I'm hurting people and this is a bad thing. I should
Right.
want to change, period. Whether you use religion, whether you use therapy, whether you use whatever you use to just become a better person. But you should want to do that. You shouldn't feel like if I don't do this, then I'll just go to the worst place on earth that I never want to go to ever in life. Hell, I don't want to go to hell. I don't ever want to do that. So I'll just be good. Like you said, the whole theory of if I get caught, then this will happen. And now you got somebody that see me all the time. So I really got to act that way. I saw it in church a lot of times. These people would go to church 7 days a week. Oh, amens and all that, but are horrible people. But since they
Yeah.
went to church and they did all the stuff
That
they're
makes up
supposed
for
to
it.
do, then they should be fine. Then they can talk to you crazy and they can not donate to charity and they can not do anything because they went to church. I covered my base. It's good. We're good now. But you're not good people.
Right. And those are the folks that believe it is by grace you are saved and not by works.
Yes, which is the complete opposite, I would think, of what you're really supposed to be doing.
I mean, right. I think that if it's a debate between the two, because there is a debate.
Oh, yes, for sure.
Like within Christianity, if you are saved by grace or if you are saved by works.
Mm-hmm.
And I learned about this, of course, being raised Mormon. Mormons claim to be both.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, it is by grace you are saved through your works. Or the other way around. It is by your works you are saved through grace. Or
And at
some
the
shit
end
like that.
of all this, if you really think about it too, at the end of pretty much every religion, your heart is what's judged. Your actions, sometimes we act out and we do things that we don't want to do, we don't mean to do, mental health, life, whatever happens, and you do things, you can repent, things like that, but it's what's in your heart, if you're a good person or not. And if you're not a good person, you can pretend to be good and you can go along, and that helps society. So I can hear people when they say, well, it's good they had religion because now that makes society better, but their insides is not good. They're just
Right.
pretending to go along with it because that's what you want to see. You want to see me being good? I'll just do this. And everybody accepts it. So I'll just keep doing that. I'm still a jerk. I still do asshole things all the time. I just don't show people that I'm doing this all the time. I do it in the privacy of my own home.
Word. And I think that having the incentive of, being saved from damnation or going to hell or whatever punishment, it also kind of like, it implies, let's just say that like, if all of a sudden somehow it was revealed that you're not, like that nobody is watching you, and that you figure out, oh, religion is bullshit, then it's like, do you go out and start committing all these atrocities and everything, because then you realize that there's no hell as well.
I
You know
think
what I mean?
you
Like
would.
the type of person
Yep.
that, like, realistically would think, oh yeah, they would go out and do all that crazy shit. I still think most folks, again, I still give the human being the benefit of the doubt. And I think that we're not all that helpless, and we're not all that mentally and emotionally and even spiritually incompetent that we should have to use religion as a crutch and going to hell as a crutch to keep you from doing all these terrible things. I think that, like, having that lifted and the realization, wait a minute, like, what if there is no God and I'm not going to hell? I could go out and commit all these sins, but why would I?
Yeah.
You know,
you just have no desire to do it.
When somebody says, well, if you don't believe in God and you don't believe that you're going to hell, then why don't you go out and rape and steal and murder and all this shit? And you'd be like, actually, I don't believe in God, and I do go out and rape and murder and steal all I want, which is none. I don't need the fear of going to hell to keep me from murdering and raping and stealing and sinning. I don't need that crutch or that incentive. You know what I mean? Because I think most people still don't want to rape and murder and plunder and pillage and all that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I really wish a lot of people would realize is that deep down inside, you probably are a pretty good fucking person. Most people probably are, and most people probably wouldn't go out and rape and pillage and all that shit.
Yeah.
Even if it was truly and ultimately revealed, there is no hell. You're not going to hell. Okay, guys? There's a permanent get-out-of-jail-free card. Guess what? You can do whatever you want. I think most people still would be like, well, I already am doing whatever I want.
Yeah.
I already am. Like, I don't murder and rape because I didn't fucking want to do that anyway. I wasn't really planning on it, you know. And like until God came and
schedule.
said, "Hey, don't do that." Yeah, remember how there's all that raping and murdering? I know you would. I can see it in your eye. If I wouldn't have told you, be a lot more raping and murdering.
Well,
but at the same time, look how much raping and murdering there is, with everyone being told not to do it.
Well, even like I said too, the people that are religious, there's a lot of cases where you find out later that when no one was looking, they did all the stuff that they're supposed to do, and they were extremely corrupt. So it's more of a.
So it's now religion is not just a crutch; it's a hiding place for real evil.
Well, if you think about it, so could therapy be. If you go into therapy, but you don't do the work, but you're showing up, you're doing, and everybody says, oh, they're doing a good job. They're going every day, but they're not doing any of the work. It's the same thing. A lot of times, if you, it's like we were talking about earlier, if you want to change, it makes a huge difference. Then you'll change. You'll work. You do things that align with your life. That's why different religions and all that. You might pick a different religion from somebody else. You can align your life with that because that's kind of stuff you do anyway, and that's kind of what you like.
Yeah.
But if, like you said, if you're just using that as kind of a showpiece, just to show, well, I am Christian. I believe and I read the Bible every night. Yeah, but you also beat your wife on the side. That's not the same thing. If you go to therapy all the time, I go every day and I write my notes down and all that, but then I go home and do the exact opposite of what I'm supposed to be doing, it's not working. None of that's working. These things are supposed to add to your life, to boost up your life, not just use it as an excuse to say, well, you know, I'm Christian or I'm Buddhist or I'm whatever, so, you know, I'm okay. I went to church, I did all that stuff, but I'm going to go kick my kids.
Yeah, that doesn't quite compensate.
No.
As a lot of people seem to think it does.
and your heart, like you said, I think most people are good. I think most people want to be good.
I think a lot of people would be better without religion. More people than you would think.
And why would you say that?
Because of most of the things I just said.
That makes sense.
Because I feel like it is kind of a crutch. And sometimes walking without a crutch can be quite revealing in and of itself when you realize, oh man, I've been able and could have been walking upright with two legs without this crutch this whole time.
Yep.
Wouldn't you rather?
Well, and then some people use it to to better themselves, to get out of situations. And some people embrace it, but I think it all comes down to, no matter what you do, that you have to want to do it because you want to be better. You want to have a better life. You want to do it. And if you think that this tool or this service that they're providing helps you out, great, go for it. That's what you want to do. But just like if you are going to, let's say, like I said, if you go to therapy or you go to anything, marriage counseling, go to marriage counseling. I show up every day. You don't say anything. You don't do anything, but you went. You did it because you don't want to be there. You don't want to be there anyway. You're not really trying to change. It looks good. It sounds nice, but you're not doing anything with it. If your heart is not into it, then why are you there? What are you doing? It's all for show. It's all just doing stuff for everybody else to see and say, oh yeah, you did great and be part of this thing, but you don't even believe in it. You don't even really care. You just don't want to go to hell. So you show up. You show up to class because you don't want to be expelled.
Exactly. Or just to keep other people happy.
Exactly. And that defeats the whole point of everything.
Right. So the point being, folks, if you're not in religion for the right reason, just get out of it. You're living a lie. You're using a crutch that you really could be much better without and be walking on your own 2 feet. So let's get into the next song here. We have Reaper the Storyteller, one of our all-time favorite guests.
Yay! I like being the favorites.
Not the favorite, but one of them.
I'm the favorites.
He's the favorite. Self-proclaimed favorite. KW Judas. Free Radio Provo. Thank you all for being with us here tonight.
How can I bring light to the darkness when it's stuck in my head? I thought of suicide, but it only hurt others instead. So I hide behind a smile, so I'm not bombarded with questions, more like interrogations, leading to everyone stressing. It'd be a blessing if I never woke up. Then no one would feel guilty, thinking somehow that they messed up or wish it was there instead of me. Dark paths don't have any scenery, so they wouldn't see things differently. I keep this pain in secrecy. No one should ever live in this grave like mine. These walking dead eyes makes escape impossible to find. I keep my head down and just stay on my grind, hoping that one day me and death become intertwined. I need help. You don't have to cry alone, 'cause I'm with you. I'll hold you up when you're not strong, 'cause I got you. We'll get you help, help, help. It's okay to need help, help, help. We'll get you help, help, help. Just know that you're never on your own. Feels like a virus, so I keep my distance. Never spread my business, hoping you don't offer assistance. I'm the pillar of my family, so I can't break down even the slightest crack, and it all falls down. I'm hoping that my sanity comes back to me. Come back to me. I've tried everything I can do. I'm begging, please, 'cause I can't do this on my own. I need help. You don't have to cry alone, 'cause I'm with you. I'll hold you up when you're not strong, 'cause I got you. We'll get you help, help, help. It's okay to need help, help, help. We'll get you help, help, help. Just know that you're never on your own.
Reaper the Storyteller here on KW Judas. We got one more spooky story here for you. I don't know how spooky it's going to be, but it sounds interesting.
A little unsettling.
All right. Unsettling's good.
So it starts with a nice surprise.
Okay, this is when you were a kid?
No, this was when I was grown.
Oh shit! All
yes.
right, all right. So where are we starting the story at? Where's the setting?
So I was talking to this company about putting my music on their show, Kickstart, with Maverick.
Word.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I saw videos. I saw people doing some parachuting, and I saw people, training with guns and
typical Maverick.
Yeah,
commercial.
Just cool stuff,
probably
adventurous, and
Mavericks.
Really awesome.
Adventures for stuff.
I'm like, this is great. Yeah, I'd love to do that. And they said, you know what? Would you want to be on the show? Duh.
What
yeah,
show?
Of course. Kickstart.
That's the name of the show.
Yeah, so basically you're supposed to do this extreme. Oop,
you're good.
There we go. We're supposed to do this extreme event, and it's going to kickstart your life. You're going to get the adrenaline. You're going to get the life back in you, pumping.
It's sponsored by Maverick?
Oh,
show
yeah.
itself?
Oh, yeah.
Is that the fucking shit that they're showing you, like when you're pumping gas?
Yes.
That is the show.
That's probably some of it right there.
Probably.
I saw some of the commercials. I wonder if it's still going.
Because they do have, practically a fucking show running nowadays.
Oh, yeah.
When you're pumping your gas.
It's supposed to be average people doing extreme things to jump back into life if you're in a rut and all this.
Show?
Right? It sounded awesome. Awesome.
Okay.
Now, they asked me some questions, things like that. I don't like snow.
What the hell kind of a question is that?
Let's just start off with that.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be extreme sports.
Yeah, I was
What's an
thinking
extreme sport
it's going to be
snow?
some awesome stuff, whatever.
Right.
And, I shouldn't say I don't like snow, but I don't really play in the snow. That's not my thing. I know greatest snow on earth, and I'm in the wrong place. I get all that. That's why I moved to Florida. But
I don't blame you, man. I grew up here in Utah, never skied or snowboarded once.
Yes, and I've been wanting to snowboard, but I have to be in the snow to do that, so I'm not going to do that. So
it involves snow. I snowboarded once, and we were there all day, and I actually made it down this little teeny slope once without falling on my ass the whole day. One time.
Yeah, that doesn't sound fun.
What the fuck?
That does not sound fun.
I
no.
know practice makes perfect, but it doesn't even sound like something I want to practice that much.
Nah.
Falling on my ass over and over and over again.
And I used to skateboard too, and I thought, well, snowboarding would be awesome, but once again, it's
quite the same.
In the snow, and it doesn't seem the same at all. And I'm strapped to my board. That sounds horrible.
Recipe for multiple twisted ankles,
exactly.
5 of them.
And I like my ankles.
Right.
I like good ankles.
You have great ankles.
Well, thank you. I work on them every day.
I noticed. First thing when you walked in, I was like, has he been working on his fucking
Well, I'm glad you noticed. Extra ankle movements.
So anyway.
I call it walking. But so anyway, they asked me to be on the show. I said, this is going to be awesome. Yes. I was hoping they kind of asked me anyway, so I was pretty excited. And they're like, okay, this is what we're going to do. It's going to be awesome, and we'll come pick you up. It'll be a surprise, blah, blah, blah.
They don't tell you what you're about to go do?
No, they don't tell you, and they don't even tell you when you're going to do it.
Oh, no shit.
So it's going to be a real big surprise and all that.
You just have to be on standby?
Yeah, it's going to be around this time, so whatever. And it's like, all right, cool. This is going to be awesome. Sure. So they come, they pick me up, and I'm like, this is great. And they're like, you know what can you guess what you're going to do? And I'm guessing all this cool stuff. Like, yeah, we're going to parachute or something. I don't know. It's going to be awesome. And they're like, no, we're gonna go snowboarding or snowmobiling. And I was like, wait a minute, what? We're gonna go in the snow? I don't want to do any of that. But I was being filmed, so everything was great. Yay, snowmobiling, we're gonna do it.
You have to love this.
Yay, yeah, it's great. Thinking that this is the most horrible thing I could possibly do. Why would you put me in something with snow? I told you I didn't like the snow. You put me in the snow.
That's why they did it.
That's exactly why they did it. So we get up to the place, and they're explaining to me. We have the instructor that's talking about the snowmobiles and all that. And they kept saying repeatedly, you don't want to go out when it's dark because you can get lost, and a lot of people get lost at night, which makes sense because we're way out there, way out there.
I thought they were like controlling what you were doing the whole time and filming it.
Oh yeah, they were filming this.
But they still just gave you a snowmobile and said, do whatever the fuck you want?
Well, that's just what the guy selling the snowmobile said.
Oh.
We didn't actually have an instructor either, by the way.
Okay.
You see how this is getting worse. So we were like, because I guess a couple of them may have did some snowmobiling, so whatever. But we went out there, and snowmobiling is fun as hell. It's really, really fun.
It looks like it could be.
And I was
never
like, okay, I'm kind of digging this. We could do this. And the snow was so high that we were literally going over the tops of trees sometimes.
Yeah.
Crazy deep.
That is crazy.
Crazy deep. So I was like, yeah, this is great. So we kept going, and we rode for a while, and it's starting to get dark. And I'm like, oh, okay. So we stop, and we're talking or whatever. We went on some hills. It was really fun. So I'm thinking we're about to go back. And they're like, oh, no, we're going to go up just a little farther. And I'm thinking, I thought we're not supposed to be out here at dark. That's weird. Huh. Okay, let's just keep going, whatever. So we kept going. And now it's dark. And they're like, now we got the other surprise. And mind you, we're just in the outside. We're just there.
You don't know, like, roughly what
There's no
area?
cabins, because they were talking about, yeah, we're going to go back to the cabin tonight. We're going to have some drinks. We're going to kick it. We're going to get in the hot tub. So I'm excited. And we're still outside, and it's dark. And we're way out there. Way out there. So they're like, okay, the next surprise. See the girl that came with us? She's actually a snow cave expert. I said, wait a minute. Wait, so we're going to be out here? They're like, yeah, we don't have no tents or nothing. We're just going to dig snow caves, and we're going to sleep here tonight. What? Lost my mind. But I'm on camera, so everything's great. Yay, we're going to dig. And I found out that she wasn't an expert. She just goes and digs snow caves sometimes. So she said, okay, dig, but don't sweat. Okay, so we did that.
I sweat way too easy.
Really, really hard. Really, really hard. Took all night. We were digging for at least an hour.
Yeah,
horrible.
Fuck that.
Horrible. So it was like, okay, fine, whatever. And mind you, I thought we were just going out for a minute, so I didn't dress for the occasion. I just had a light jacket.
And
I didn't have
nighttime,
yeah.
And it's getting colder.
And I didn't know it was going to be snow,
and
so I didn't dress.
You work.
Oh yes, it was work too. It was work. These little
like hard
pieces
work
of shovels and stuff, and I was like, oh, this is horrible.
How much are you getting paid for this?
Nothing. Nothing. This is supposed to spark my life. So I was like, okay. So we got in the cave. Now, mind you, nobody brought blankets or anything because
you don't need them. You're in.
It was supposed to be a surprise. So you would think they would have put it like packed it and like hid it or something. No, so no blankets, none of that. Just sleeping in a cave with a bunch of people. So she made her own little cave, and it was all right, and she slept in there, and we were freezing. Freezing, trying to pile up on each other and just freezing to death.
So how many of there were you in one little?
There was 4 of us, and then
and you don't know each other.
No. This is
oh my God.
One is the producer's son. He slept outside for some reason in this little tent thing.
4 dudes.
Not even a tent. It was one of those moon blankets or whatever, the tinfoil blanket things. They don't work, by the way. They do not at all work. So
the emergency blankets.
Yeah.
They fold up into like the size of a graham
exactly.
cracker.
You can make a nice dress, but to keep warm, no.
Never saw the point of those things. I never tried using one because it's just like, this is your emergency blanket?
I tried. It doesn't work.
What emergency are you preparing for here?
Trying to not get rained on, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what they're for.
You make like
it did not work.
Hat out of it.
Oh, yeah. And a nice dress. Well, no, a skirt because they're not that big.
So if aliens are coming, they're going to see you with that thing.
Oh, they're going to see
anal probe you.
And I'm not a small dude. So you can definitely see me.
So you got anal probed.
No, that's a different story.
Oh, okay. Well, then what happens on this one?
It's not the spooky part. That's the terrifying part.
We still haven't got to the freaky part yet.
Oh.
You're buried in a cave with 4 other dudes you don't know, and then things get freaky.
Oh, and then it gets real crazy. So, one thing I've known that I realized that when you get to a certain amount of cold, that you start hallucinating. That you literally lose your mind. So
I've never got that cold.
Oh, I've never been that cold either until now. And this is the first time I can say, well, probably the second time I can say that I literally lost my mind. That I totally lost it. So it's nighttime. I start hearing noises. And I'm like, okay. And we can all hear them.
Like what kind of noises?
Like there's somebody walking around outside the cave.
Right.
And we're like, okay. And they already
nighttime?
said, oh, yeah. And when it's dark, it is dark.
Word.
Like real dark. And so they were like, because I thought I was tripping because now I'm so cold. I'm thinking I'm seeing things. I'm thinking I'm hearing things. And the cave door was just right there. And you can kind of see shadows sometimes. I'm thinking I'm just tripping. And they're like, no, we can hear it too. We could definitely hear something's walking around up there. So I'm thinking maybe it's the producer trying to, make myself be all right. I am freezing so bad. I was like, okay, I need to just walk around. So I get up, walk around, and just kind of walking around. And then after hours of this, I have lost my ever-loving mind. I am gone. I'm sitting there thinking, I'm going to jump on one of these snowmobiles and I'm going to take off. I am leaving. I don't know where I'm going to go. Yeah. I tried to jump on one and I tried to start it, which if I really would have started that, I would have disappeared somewhere because I don't even know where I was. It would have been so bad.
They never would have found you.
Oh, no. So I couldn't get on that. So I'm just like, man, I need a ride. And for some reason, my grandma, which just passed away at this time, long time ago, drives up in her car and says, well, come on, I'll take you back. And so I jumped in the car and I was like, thank you for coming and getting me. Man, I was freezing to death out there. And she's like, oh, that's too bad. I got you. Don't worry about it. And then all of a sudden we're on the freeway and we're driving down and we're having a nice talk and all that. And then I run into one of the snowmobiles and I snap out of it. I was like, what the hell? I wasn't with my grandma just now. I wasn't out. Totally freaking out. Then I'm just like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
You were still outside.
Yeah.
Not even in a car.
Walking around. Thought I was driving.
In your mind, you're driving on the fucking freeway. You're dead.
With my grandma. Yeah. Yep. She came and picked me up. And I saw the car pull up on the snow. Just pulled up. I jumped in the car and we took off and we were on the highway. So I at this point I am totally gone. I'm too cold.
That's beyond gone.
Oh, way beyond. It was so bad.
Grandma just picked you up in the Arctic tundra and fucking drove you off to Looneyville.
Yes. And then we had in the morning.
You left gone a long time ago.
Oh, I was seeing all kinds of things, thinking I heard stuff, whatever. And then in the morning, they got the cameras out, so everything's good. They're like, yeah, it's great. I had a wonder. It was horrible. It was rough, but I got through it, and yay, I did it. Come to find out that the producer that was sleeping outside was right next to the snowmobiles. and also was hallucinating and thought I was a bear and had his gun out and was going to shoot me.
Oh, fuck!
Yes. I almost got shot.
Oh, shit, Arliss!
And I guess when I hit the snowmobile, he saw me, thought I was a bear, was going to shoot me, but then I walked away, so he didn't shoot. Also found out that his son that went with him almost lost his toe. He got a frostbite in his toe that they almost had to remove it.
And nobody's even getting paid to do this?
No.
Man, fuck Maverick.
They're getting paid. They got paid because they do the show. They produce it, whatever. I'm the contestant that just comes on to fix my life up. Did not fix my life. I'll tell you that. Oh, and just to put the icing on top of the cake, when we woke up, there's two other people that were with us that went ahead. They got lost. It got dark, couldn't come back, so they ended up sleeping where they were and just digging a hole. They didn't even know how to make a cave because the cave expert was with us. So they were stuck out there.
Right.
They almost froze. Come to find out, we heard things walking around because we were where the animals is not a den, but where they eat. So There was bones, there was all kinds of fresh meat there. There was definitely paw prints all over the place. So I don't even know what animal was over there, but we were in their eating area. Just great times.
Yeah.
Great times.
Wow.
Did not jumpstart my life, I'll tell you that.
I wonder if Maverick's been sued for any of these sort of fucking incidents, because I'm sure that you are not the first person they've pulled one of these little stunts on.
No. It makes me look at all of those later. Oh, yeah. But we do sign something that says we don't hold them responsible, that we want to have our lives started and kickstart. And I got a shirt. And a bandana.
All right. It's cool.
So that made it better.
What about the guy who almost lost his toe? Did he at least get a shirt?
He was his son, so I think he got paid as helping with the production, maybe. And then we get back, and I can't eat the food
Because it's all meat.
Yeah. So I ate potatoes.
Like just raw, unpeeled.
No.
Here you go, fucking vegan.
They were like seasoned potatoes, but that's all I got.
Wow, man.
I was pissed.
I would write a letter to the editor or somebody. Oh, Maverick. The editor of Maverick. Dear Maverick editor.
I think he edited it.
Oh, fuck. No. I don't want
because he's the one that was
out.
picking songs and all kinds of stuff. So, and then we had a movie, a little premiere where everybody from these cool, from all the adventures, we all came in and saw it on the screen, and everybody did great things. They did fun things. Mine was horrible. And mine was the only one that did that. Everybody else did tactical training for and got to play paintballs and stuff, and some did some got to go in a rock climber, one of those huge trucks.
Right.
They got to do fun stuff, and I got to freeze to death in a cave.
And everyone's life was turned around except yours.
Oh yeah, you could see they were smiling and everything was great. And then they got to me, and when they showed my story, people were like, "Ooh, I wouldn't do that." Well, I didn't want to do it either.
What made you choose that one, dumbass? Why'd you sign up for the fucking cave expedition?
Right? Nobody would sign up for that.
Yep, that's why I got it. Oh, you guys all got paid too? What the fuck?
Oh, man. It was so bad.
So did any of your traveling comrades wind up with a change of heart or change of life, or just everyone was like, fuck?
Oh, no. Everybody was miserable. Nobody was happy. Even the expert that builds these caves and said it was way too cold.
Yeah.
We shouldn't have been out there. It was way too cold.
I was gonna say,
but she dressed for it.
Time doing this with them too, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
They make you seem like, oh yeah, she works for Maverick. She does this.
She does
all
this
the time.
Expert.
This is like
she's a cave expert.
Third time bringing Maverick people out here.
Well, and you know how I found out she wasn't an expert? Is when they were interviewing her with the camera, and they're like, yeah, so you know you're an expert at this. And she's like, well, I'm not really an expert. I've done this a few times. I was like, oh.
So how'd they go about selecting those types of characters?
I guess she was charismatic. I don't know.
She
I don't
probably
know.
signed up for the same thing as you, and when they said, do you like snow? Instead of saying no, she's like, I've actually dug a few caves in the fucking shit.
No, she was actually, they hired her as an expert.
Oh, all
So
right.
she actually got paid. I was the only one that didn't know what was going on, and that was just part of this. Everybody else knew. They had big coats and jackets and hats and all that. I had a jacket.
Man, I thought
hoodie.
there's at least like a group, like couple people that were the jokes on you kind of
Nope.
thing. It was just you, huh?
All me.
Man, I'd be
But at least I got to see my
pissed.
grandma. It was a great ride. I was warm for a minute. She kicked the heater on. It was great.
Wow. All right, folks. So we now know if you are or someone you know is mourning, if you are bereaved of your dead elderly long lost relatives, all you have to do is go freeze yourself
Yep.
into a hallucinogenic mind state.
Yep.
And get Maverick to not sponsor it. And yeah, we figured out a way to go visit your dead grandparents. So, I think we've already gone over an hour. Oh, I had a feeling that if we get this guy back in here, this is going to be an extra long show. And it's already like an hour and a half. So,
Yeah, that's what we do.
now we got 2 more songs here. We have Reaper the Storyteller. This song is called Vote. KW Judas Free Radio Program.
I'm just trying to get by with my 10 to 5. Trying to stay alive even though I don't get paid much. Nah. Then COVID-19 just came and got me. No matter who's at home, my bills make me feel alone. All alone. Then I see another man murdered that looked like me. Gotta hit them streets, I'm tired if you know what I mean. Yeah. Things won't change as long as the system stays the same. Gotta fight for equality. These things, they will always be the same till we fight for change. Vote, 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 vote. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Vote, 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 vote. Doing my research thing, so I can vote for the things that I believe in, so they can help me, help me, help me. But the one that I voted for ain't doing what I voted for. History stays on repeat. These things, they will always be the same till we fight for change. Vote, 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 vote. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Vote, 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 vote. You think it's over? No matter who wins, you still gotta get them to do what they supposed to do, or we'll find you.
Social media, we won't rest. Protest till we get pressed. Boycotts, hit pockets, no equality, no profits. Blunt force cannot stop this. So Dawn can just stop it, cause too many people die for you to suppress my vote. Tired of toxic water and bad air. No job, no health care. Protections get rolled back while the wealthy gets cut slack. Minority group but just black gets the brunt of the impact. The only way we can stop that is join together and push back. These things, they will always be the same till we fight for change. These things, they will always stay the same till we fight for change.
Boom. Reaper the Storyteller. I hate to say it, but guys, it's about time to bring things to a close. Yeah, that was actually one of the biggest reasons I was kind of hesitant to have you on the show again, is I knew this moment would come.
I try to avoid it.
Parting is such sweet sorrow, is it not?
Yes, but memories last forever.
Memories never die.
And recordings too.
Those guys were just on this show. Anyway, so that last song was a new one off your up-and-coming album, correct?
Yes.
And we've got one song left, also a new one, correct?
Yes, and the one before that was also Help. That was off the new album too. THC, Things Have Changed.
I was going to ask, THC can't possibly stand for what I think it stands for.
Nah. Little trick on the words. Yeah.
So that album's not out yet?
No, that's the one I'm working on right now. I only have a video. These are actually Vote and Pain Fades Away are actually kind of sneak previews of the album, because I don't even have them out anywhere.
Really?
Yes, Help is the only one that actually has a video. It's out, and all my music is for sale on the website SuitBowlNetworkLLC.com.
So that's the best place to find your music currently?
That is the only place.
Only.
Well, unless you do streaming, then the other songs that were on there, they are on all the platforms.
Your older stuff?
Yes. And these will, when the album comes out, will be on the platforms too, where you can hear them, but you can only buy my music on the website, because I want everybody that buys anything from me from now on, I want to be able to give back to charity.
That's cool.
Thank you.
That is cool. So, if you didn't catch that, folks, you're getting some exclusively unreleased material here, which actually, anyone who's been listening to this show long enough, you actually get a lot of that shit.
Yes, you
on
do.
This show. And that is another fun thing about it, is lots of previously unreleased stuff. Sometimes you'll hear stuff that has never been done before or after. In fact, there was one show where you came in as with, I think, Linear Divide, and I just put you guys on the spot, and I said, and now these guys are going to freestyle.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And you're both like, okay, you start or me?
I remember that. Yep.
Yeah, I actually took that excerpt out and put it on YouTube just to be like, look, it's a KW Judas exclusive, not on any other album, folks. You're not going to hear this anywhere else.
Yep.
So not only that, but if you are interested in purchasing this guy's music, remind us one more time the website.
Yep, SuitBowlNetworkLLC.com.
Soup Bowl Network. And what charities do you donate to?
Well, I do these things called charity events, and basically I go and seek out a charity that I want to uplift or want to talk about, and I do all the research, look through everything I could possibly look through, websites, interviews, things in the news, their press, everything, to make sure that's something that I would want to present.
Right.
I go out and sometimes we just donate money, sometimes we go and buy stuff for them. So like the YWCA, we bought a bunch of stuff for their shelters. But I do the video to explain how to donate and what to donate. Because when I first started, I donated I found out that a lot of people donate cans, but never can openers. And for some reason, that tripped me out. And I was like,
no one
why?
thinks about
Nobody
that.
knows about this stuff. So I'm going to
Get all these cans, and what the fuck am I supposed to do with them?
Exactly.
You'd think that'd be a no-brainer, right?
You would think so. Because people, like we said before, I think people are good and they just want to help. They just don't know how.
Yeah.
So I go through the whole website and go on the important things of what they do, how to donate, what to donate. And then that's how I do the videos.
Word, I dig it. I don't want to just like drop names or whatever, but I have a friend who he's a vet and has been going through some serious shit, and it is astonishing how tough it is for vets to still find help.
Yes.
For a lot of things that they need, and he's just trying to like find housing. He just told me. This blew my fucking mind. I mean, I know that, like, it's kind of a sad fact that vets are very much not properly taken care of by our government, by our city, by our state, our country.
Yes.
And when they're the motherfuckers sending them the fuck out there and should be taking the utmost best care of the motherfuckers who went out and did that for them and did that service, like, no matter where you stand on the war, you should still be at least a little sympathetic to the motherfuckers that got sent out there, whether they wanted to fight or not, and made it the fuck back here.
Exactly.
And now they're losing their goddamn minds because of all the goddamn war trauma.
Yep.
That in and of itself's got to be like, holy shit. But now you're the people who sent you out don't even want to help you with a place to stay or with food or with anything. And so he's not like, permanently traumatized. He's not like crazy cuckoo or anything. But he is definitely, he's had some shit physically, had some surgery he had to go through, lost his place to live, now trying to find a place to live.
Wow.
And they sent him to the Veterans Food Bank, which he didn't even know existed, down here in Utah County. And this is the part that just blew my mind. He goes there, and they're just like, yeah, there is no food bank here.
Wow.
Guess why?
See?
Guess why? Because nobody donates.
Wow. See? And that's exactly why I do what I do. And that's why I have a list of programs of all kinds of things. And anything I find out, I go and look for it because it's hard to find these services.
Yeah.
It's so hard. You would think you just Google it and it just pops up, but that's not how any of that works.
All right. I mean, for the fact that he is a vet and has been for, fucking at least the last couple decades, he's kind of an older guy, and he didn't even know that there was
exactly.
a food bank because nobody donates anyway, and it pretty much doesn't exist. But the fact that like another government entity sent him there, thinking that there still is a veterans food bank, not even knowing that they're sending a guy to a dead end, not even knowing that no one's donating to this program that they just sent the guy to for help.
Yes.
There's some fucking flaws there. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, like, of course, this is any of the causes that you're standing for, but hey, if you're looking for a cause, maybe look into this.
Oh, yes. I've been writing down all the stuff you've been telling me because they go on the website. And like I said, even if I don't do a charity event for them, I put them on my website.
Word.
Just for everybody has a place to look at, one place, easy to find, all the links work, you know exactly what it is, it's color coded and everything. If it's a crisis, it's in a certain area too. That these programs and services for anybody. I do have some vet services on there actually.
Cool.
And I put everything on there. So even if I don't do a video, then there still will be that service on my website that you can just check out and buy something nice, knowing that the 30% of all sales go to charity. And you'll know exactly what the charity is. 30%. You can donate.
That's a lot.
Oh, yes. I wanted to make sure that I picked that particular price because, first of all, I want to make sure it's up front. You know exactly what is going with your money.
Right.
And then also I wanted to make it a big enough cut to know that this is like a sacrifice for me too.
Yeah.
Like I'm really giving a lot more than a lot of other people would give.
Than most charities. You know, you hear about how like a charity when you start up only has to give a certain small percentage
proceeds
that they're required to give
yes.
away. And they can still keep most of the proceeds.
Oh, yes.
Not all of them do.
Mm-hmm.
But when you realize that, like, of all of whatever you just got, you only have to give them this much,
yes.
and you're still good. And
that's why they say proceeds.
Uh-huh.
They don't say exactly how much. And by the way, the charity events that I do, people do donate to those. And to make people donate or to help people, to encourage people to donate, it actually goes in their name. It's just through Soup Bowl Network, and I encourage them to get your tax write-off.
Word.
And now I have people that commit all the time now. So we've raised almost $3,000 so far with 7 different organizations.
Hell yeah. Do you ever have any like live music events to do these fundraisers?
That's what we're going to work on next, because when I started this, it was still during COVID. So there was a lot of restrictions, can't gather, things like that.
Yeah.
But that's exactly what I want to do. I want to bring the music, the Reaper side and the Soup Bowl side together and start doing these things. Doing a little events, bringing DJs on and having families come out, all kinds of stuff. So we're definitely in the works with that.
When you get into that, you should let me know. I'm kind of in that field a little bit, you know.
Yes,
performing and
definitely.
Organizing.
I will definitely do that. Matter of fact, we have
get some MC Grundle in there.
No.
Why? Why is everyone?
I will not do it.
Everyone's so anti-gargle rap.
Yes.
all right. You can keep your mumble rap, okay?
No, I am a fan.
I know how attached you are to the mumble rap.
No, I'm a fan of you, and I can't stand mumble rap. And I'm a fan of you. I want your real music on there. I want the stuff that I be jamming out to.
I can rap. I can rap for real. I don't need a gargle.
Well, then I want the rap, not the gargle rap. I wouldn't have a mumble rapper, so I wouldn't have a gargle rapper either. But neither one of those would be on the stage.
It's a statement against mumble rap, though. We're trying to take the system down from the inside.
Okay, you go ahead and do that. I'm not. But we do have a partnership with YWCA.
Almost the same thing.
Almost the same thing, but better. And then a partnership coming up that I'm part of the planning committee. Soup Bowl is connecting with them to do Candy Cane Lane, which is a service they give to the people that are in shelters, because they have emergency shelters and they have apartments, and they have over like 250 people. So so they can have a Christmas, so they can have some holidays. They set this up to where they can go in and basically just get clothes, get coats, get things that they need in one-stop shop, and they can have some music, they can have some treats, and it's all in-house, because a lot of these people don't want to be around, I guess, the public, because they're in some really serious situations. A lot of these people came from domestic violence situations, so the last thing they want to do is be public and out. So this is a little thing so they can still have that community, still have some fun around the holidays.
Where is that?
Well, we haven't planned it yet. It's gonna be at the YWCA place in their gym, and then they have a little place outside where they can do face painting, all this kind of things. And I will suggest music too. So that kind of stuff, that would be way fun.
And I'll paint faces too.
That'd be awesome.
Who doesn't get their face painted on Christmas?
Nobody.
Fuck yeah.
Nobody that isn't fun. Nobody that doesn't agree with holidays and having good times.
Right. Anyone who doesn't hate Christmas and baby Jesus.
And they are not coming.
We're going to get a bunch of little baby Christmas juggalos running around the Christmas tree with hatchets, face paint on.
Well, I'd probably not. None of that.
Wait. So what? Now I can't paint people's faces?
I'm going to have a set of rules
Well, why are you having face painting on Christmas? And who does that on Christmas?
Well, I mean, it's for the kids.
Juggalos, that's fucking who.
No, they do face painting every day of their life.
And
it is a commitment.
Christmas.
It is a commitment.
They do red and green clown
On top
paint.
of the paint they already have.
Right. It's already tattooed on their face.
Yeah, see, there you go.
Because all juggalos have got it. All of them.
Man, that's a lot of juggalos.
With face paint tattooed.
Yeah, and I don't think the kids would like the hatchets and all that. Because, I mean, if it was Halloween, it'd be a different situation.
That's kind of what I'm saying. You're doing a Halloween tradition on Christmas. So what are you doing for Halloween? You gonna hang up some stockings and shit?
No. Halloween, I love Halloween.
As do we.
And to dress up and scare people and, yes, all that. All the scariness, spooky, all of it.
So you're just going to go around scaring the shit out of people, dressed like the real Grim
No,
Reaper?
I'll just go around the streets and scare people.
Dressed like the Grim Reaper.
Oh, no. I want
Like it
to...
is your time.
I might
They
be...
won't even realize. Fuck.
I don't know. I might be in a wedding dress or something, you know.
And
big
still
afro.
act like the Grim Reaper.
And act like the Grim Reaper.
Have a wedding dress and a huge sickle.
Anything that you'd be like, what is going on? And by the time you figure out what's going on, I've already got you.
You've already been led to the river Styx.
I want to confuse people. Maybe roller skates. I don't know what I'm going to dress up as, but I want to dress up as something.
Well, you put
and be
roller
around.
skates, and then you put your robe so that they can't see the skates. So it just looks like you're floating.
Yes. I probably won't do any of this and just stay home and watch scary movies. But
Ow.
I like. Oh man, if I had my time, if I could just do whatever, I'd dig graves in my yard and jump out of them and I'd put little hiding spots so I could jump out of them and scare the crap out of everybody. That would be awesome. Grab legs, whatever. I don't have a house.
Oh.
And I could go to somebody else's house and start digging holes, but it's just not a good look. Big black man's digging holes in your front yard. Yeah.
Talk to them first and just say that it's a service.
Well, I want to surprise them too.
Oh. That's a great way to surprise somebody. Is
surprise!
With a big fucking hole in their yard. A black guy jumps out of it.
Well, you know, I mean, just regular stuff on a Tuesday.
Everyday things. At least during the month of October.
Yes, only in October. It's the only time you can just dress up as anything you want.
That's why
and go have fun.
It's the one time that I don't feel so fucking weird.
I feel weird all the time.
Dressing like I do and digging holes in people's yards and shit.
Yeah.
It's not so weird.
It's not, and it shouldn't. Well, maybe. Well, I don't know if it should be weird or not, but
not around these parts, Arliss. We's in Gumption, Utah. In fact, I think we still got a little time if you want. After we go cow tipping after the show, maybe we go dig a couple holes in my neighbor's yard.
Well, you know, only if I could pop out.
That's what we dig them for. Shit, Arliss. Good night in the town. I'll meet you at Point of the Mountain around Lehigh.
I like it.
That's where we do things. You know, that goddamn Lehigh, that there's my home stomping grounds. Lehigh. I don't know if it's how they roll still, but back when I was home stomping on the grounds, you know how they practice safe sex out there in Lehigh, man? They just fucking mark an X on a sheep that kick.
Oh.
Yep. That's
safe.
Well, still.
Because that could ruin a romantic evening.
Make sure you got your Velcro gloves, Arliss.
See, luckily I'm vegan and I won't do that either.
You're not going to fuck a sheep with Velcro gloves on?
No.
Because the Velcro gloves are an animal product?
No, because the animal is an animal product.
I don't do meat. About animals as an animal product.
I don't do meat
it's still
in every sense of the word do.
I've got a few confessions to make. I I grew up in Lehigh, all right? And maybe I like animals a little too much.
Ooh. Any past loves?
Well, something I prefer to keep in the confines of, my bishop's office.
So I'm going to have to do some digging.
Speaking of which, we have a word from our sponsor, Derp and Schlee, coming up next. And we're going to get on to our last song. Before we do that, one more time. Best place to find your music?
At SupoNetworkLLC.com. And that way you will give yourself a treat.
Give yourself a trick or a treat.
Ooh, I like it.
Dig up a fucking neighbor's front yard.
And I guess ask them first. Whatever.
Not in the month of October.
Whatever.
That's what October's for. All right. Well, here is a word from our sponsor, Derp and Schlee. Thank you all for being with us. And thank you, Reaper, for also joining us on this 5th or 6th, 7th, hopefully we don't lose the show, episode.
Yay!
KW Judas, Free Radio Provo. Hey, kid, are you tired of still having to reuse Granddad's old shaving cream? Oh, gee, Derp and Schlee guy. I wish I could. My granddad just died. I'll never get to reuse his old shaving cream again. Oh, there, Durban kid. You know, Durban Schlee can help. Really? How? Well, it just so happens I was about to try and sell you on Durban Schlee's new hallucinogenic freeze tank. You'll be seeing all sorts of dead ancestors in no time. Just step into the tank, son. Oh, okay. Grandma? Is that you? Grandma? Is that you? Is that you? Durban Kid. Grandpa! Where are you? Where are you? Where are you, Durban Kid? I can't see you. Where are you, Durban Kid? Grandpa! I can't see you either! What's going on? Durban Kid? Grandpa! Where are you? Where are you? Durban Kid? Grandpa! Follow my voice. I'm coming, Grandpa! Durban Kid! Wait for me, Grandpa! Remember, if it doesn't say Durban, it's not Durban Schlee.
Tick, 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 boom. Kicked in the door. My family should have been dead. Them in the bed, me on the floor. But we were saved that night. Ladybugs lost their life. Don't understand, that's a joke on the inside. Inside my house, 17 rounds. 2 on the ground, premature rounds. And still nobody's found. I know I said it before, but I gotta say it again. Cause at night, that's what I'm thinking. Why? You know the and/or drinking. Why? Stops the thinking. The pain will never go away. Just like when mama went away. Nita, Papa, John, the list goes on. But I'm strong through my family and friends. Can't go wrong, we tight to the end. And the pain fades away. Every day I live another day. Yeah. The pain fades away. Every day I live another day. The pain fades away. The pain fades away. Every day I live another day. The pain fades away.
what I say, cause you know life gets hard, even with your 10% to God. Sounds odd to organize belief, never cage the soul, let your faith run free. But that's just me. I never condemn a man if it betters a man, and I'm no better than the next. So who am I to say where your soul will rest? I just live life to the fullest before I die, or I'm just too old to do it. Problems I work through it until they gone. If not now, then I know it won't be long, because the pain fades away every day I live another day. The pain fades away. The pain fades away every day I live another day. The pain fades away. Your sexuality, issue. Your race, issue. Your place, issue. Till death comes to get you. Why we gotta get knocked down to human up? Life is just too tough for love to be enough. Gotta trust in the senses you were given. Do good, get good. Clean living, reach for tomorrow, but live in love today. You believe the same way, then let me hear you say, the pain fades away every day I live another day. The pain fades away. The pain fades away every day I live another day. The pain fades away. The pain fades away every day I live another day. The pain fades away. The pain fades away every day I live another day. The pain fades away.
We'd like to thank you all for joining us on yet another exciting and spooky episode of KW Judas' Halloween series. We now return you back to our regularly scheduled free radio programming.